Hello everyone, welcome to our Timeless Sunset Tarot. So the day has ended and I'd like to invite you to a short tarot reading, which is a general reading and it is open to all zodiac signs. Now, because it's open to all zodiac signs, just take what resonates with you. It is timeless, so anytime you find yourself watching this video, there must be a message for you. Okay. Let's try to see what is our main energy at the end of the day. Wow, we have here the spirit of the Fool. Okay, you see here, the Fool is not afraid to take risks. He is not afraid also to explore his inner self. So I feel that for some of you, right now you are inspired to explore your inner self. You see the Fool, he's taking a leap into the darkness of the night, where there is the moon. So somehow there is an inspiration inspiring you to go into a deeper inner journey. So for some of you, it's like that. Exteriorly, things are going well. I think this is the result of your inner journeys. It is sunny outside because you are spending more and more time going on your inner journeys. And you are learning to declutter your life of things that are no longer important to you. So in a certain sense, you are progressing right now, and there is a certain courage in you, a certain sense of wonder. You see him, he's not afraid to fall because he can see the benefits of going inwards. So somehow in a certain sense, you are also spending more time going inwards because you see the value of these inward journeys. For some of you, you are facing right now a new adventure in life, and there are a lot of uncertainties in it, but you are not afraid to step into that mystery of possibilities. Okay, so for some of you, you are beginning a new chapter, something new. It can be really an actual journey, and you do not know what to expect, but you are not afraid. You are open to the adventure. You are open to discovery. You are open for the universe to surprise you. So in a certain sense, there is that confidence also to the providence of the divine in your life. So it's a very good spirit right now. It's just that maybe you need to be a little bit more careful, not to be too carefree to the point that it brings you to harm's way. So attaining a certain balance of having that courage to take risks, but at the same time also to be mindful enough also to take care of yourself. So in a certain sense, somewhere in the balance, somewhere in the middle road is always the safest route. You are not too afraid that you stop living, so you should have that courage to take some risks also in order to live, but not to the point when it puts you in harm's way. So taking just the right balance. Now, what happened in the recent past? Okay, so what happened in the recent past is you decided to leave behind. Maybe that's the reason why you feel happy and light right now, because what you're taking with you right now into this new chapter of your life are just the essential things. So somehow you decided to leave behind those aspects in your life that are no longer helpful. It can be relationships, which can be symbolized by the cup that have fallen down. No, this is the Eight of Cups. No, you have decided to leave behind maybe relationships that are not healthy, relationships that are draining you of energies, of your resources, or relationships that do not give you happiness. So, but you try to get things in order, and somehow you are already opening yourself to newer possibilities. Now, because you closed yourself to certain options that are no longer beneficial to you, you see here again the mystery of the moon. Half of it you can see, half of it is still a mystery. So in a certain sense, you can see also the possibilities. If you will leave behind those things that are no longer helpful to you, you can see that there are good things that are awaiting you, which can be symbolized by that light in the half of the moon. Now, there is also a certain mystery, uncertainty, because you do not completely see the whole picture. but I'm drawn to this Star of David. Somehow, when you think of the Israelites, the nation of the Israelites, when they left Egypt and they traveled towards the Promised Land, they were accompanied by the pillar of fire at night time and the pillar of clouds in the morning. And that pillar of clouds and pillar of fire symbolizes the presence of the divine in every moment of their journey. So somehow, maybe that's the reason why you have the confidence also of leaving behind your Egypt, which can be symbolized by these relationships that are no longer beneficial to you, because you feel the presence of the divine accompanying you. That is why also this fool is not afraid to jump into this unknown, because he could feel the sun on his shoulder. He could feel the presence of the divine in his life. Now, when you decided to leave behind those things that no longer satisfy you, new options opened up to you. You have a lot of choices. Now, we have here the Seven of Cups. A person who has a lot of choices and a lot of dreams also. Now, just make sure that you make the right choice. Now, it seems that you made the right choice because here we have here the Ace of Cups. So the universe gave you that Ace of Cups, that new dream that has given you that spirit of being set free, of the Fool, of taking that leap of faith, because somehow you are assured that this dream is something that is genuine, something that enriches you. You see here, the cup that you received, flowers are already growing from them. So in a certain sense, there is also a fish. So you are constantly receiving messages also from the divine. So this cup is a promising one, and you can already appreciate the benefits that this cup is giving you. So you received a gift from the universe, and somehow it has given you the courage of the Fool to leap into the mystery of possibilities. Now let us try to see what is happening right now in your present moment, aside from the sense of adventure or openness to adventure of the Fool. Yeah, we have here the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is somebody who goes through the journey being guided by his inner life. Somehow in parallelism with this card of the Fool, he's not afraid to journey into that mystery of the inner self. So in a certain sense, you are here also, you are riding the waves together with your spirit guides. So in a certain sense, you are happily going through this new chapter of inner self-discovery. So for some of you, you might be doing on a physical journey, but for some of you, it can be an inner journey. Now, it can be also both. As you journey through life, or as you start to go on a journey, a true journey, a physical journey, you are guided by your intuition in making your decision. You are also guided by your spirit guides, and there is a certain celebration. You see here a jubilant spirit with regards to the Knight of Cups. He is celebrating life at this time. So in a certain sense, he has the joy of living the present moment. I guess it is because a chapter just closed. We have here the Death card. So yeah, you lovingly accepted this new cup. I think you made the right choice in the recent past. From all these choices, you chose to accept this new chapter that the universe is offering you. And that other chapter, those chapter of those things that no longer satisfy you, has closed with this Death card. That is why right now you are enjoying the present moment and you are celebrating. You have a jubilant energy at this present time. Now, what can we expect in the near future? Okay, well, I think you will have stronger boundaries because of the experience that you've had in the past. You will be a little bit more guarded than before. In a certain sense, there is an advantage there. You will not allow other people to hurt your feelings in the future. However, you need to get a certain balance here also, a certain temperance, a certain middle road. Because sometimes when you are also too guarded to receive other relationships, you might be closing your doors to more mature relationships. So in a certain sense, it's good to have boundaries, but at the same time, not too much that it prevents you from also enjoying life with more mature people. Okay. Now, you might have to address in the near future, you might have to undergo some shadow work to get rid of some maybe bad habits that has led you also to this kind of a relationship. Because unless you free yourself energetically from this one, this past, you might repeat the same dialogue again. For example, you will run away from an unhealthy relationship, but the next relationship that you will choose will have the same energy and the same dynamics. It is because you have not completely freed yourself from this energy. So you need to free yourself from this energy. So if you are sort of attached to a codependent relationship, you have to free yourself from that codependence. The best way to do that is to always remember that your source of happiness is the divine that dwells within you. And you do not need other people to fill up your cup. If you are still looking for a relationship expecting the other people to fill up your cup, you will end up with the same dynamics in a relationship. So you need to grow and you need to let go of these things. So for some of you, this is the thing that you will need to deal. There is a reason why you chose this kind of unhealthy relationship. It means that there is something in you that you need to process. And usually it's a certain point of view wherein you expect others to fill up your cup. You need to have a paradigm shift to realize that you don't need other people in order to fill up what is lacking in you. What you need to do is to develop that self-love, knowing that you are enough, that you can be happy even when you are single. You can be happily single. And when you reach out, when you have that kind of point of view, wherein your source of happiness is a deepened relationship with the divine, and the divine provides for all your needs, when you reach out to other people, it is because you just want them to share in your joy. So even if they leave behind, you will not be affected emotionally, because you are dealing with them in an unconditional way of loving. But to be able to do that, we need to mature. So we need to let go of those immature ways, the ways of child, the letter of St. Paul, wherein letting go of childish ways in order to mature to a better person. So the dynamics of that of a child, wherein there is a certain immaturity, because a childlike character has a lot of positive things in there. A child also is capable of unconditional love, wherein they love the person even if that person hurts them, and they allow that person to come and go. That childlike quality are good, positive childlike qualities. The childish ways, these are the things that you need to let go. That is that in sort of an immature dynamic of energy exchange. Okay, so somehow you understand that. Now, there are certain aspects in your life that you will need to address in the near future, and at the same time you need to balance between too much boundaries and being open to new relationship. But it's good also to have this kind of boundaries while you are healing yourself with these things somehow, because if you still have unhealed parts here, you will end up falling into the same relationships as it was in the past, or you will end up being also a difficult person to live with when it comes, if for example you are fortunate enough to find somebody who is mature. So what will happen is that you will lose the person if that person is already matured, because they will also require a mature way of interacting with them. So I think the reason why you will be more guarded is because you will have to process this part of you. Now you see here, we have here the 10 of Swords, a closing again of a chapter. The closing of the chapter is getting rid of those immaturities that you might have at this present time, learning to process yourself, working on yourself, attending to those parts in you that needs to be healed, letting go also of those dynamics that you know are no longer helpful for you. So in a certain, no longer helpful to you. So this is what we can see for our tarot card reading. So in the near future, you will have a lot of inner work, a lot of healing, a lot of letting go, and you will have to close the chapter to this unhealthy way of living, and maybe also this too much defensiveness or too much boundaries. Okay, so you will have to do a lot of processing in the near future, which for me is a positive thing, because sooner or later we will have to deal with them. We have to accept them, that they are there, they are part of our life, and that there is something that we need to attend to. When we recognize that we need to attend to these things, then there's a chance for us to heal. If we deny such things exist, then we won't be able to go towards healing. Now, here we have here, lost in space, needing direction. I think it is so much related here. Here in the present moment, there is a jubilation because you are freed from this one. But it's not enough. When the jubilation, the positive joy, or the joy that you have experienced because of being set free from a difficult situation, you will have to attend to you still need to attend to these things. And you will need some direction. So here we have here, lost in space, needing direction. Now, let's try to read from the handbook that accompanies this card so that we can gain more insights regarding needing direction or lost in space. So it says here, feeling lost, needing direction and focus, a 24-hour day. Okay. Sometimes in life, we lose our way, perhaps falling prey to addictive behaviors. Okay. Addictive behaviors. Okay. This one, the devil card. Okay. Now, jealousies, comparison, resistance, or fear. Okay. So these are the immature or childish dynamics, things that we need to let go. So this one, okay. These dynamics that are not positive. Okay. Now, this happens especially when we are up-leveling and genuinely changing for the better. So, yes, these are happening because we are transforming transforming towards a better version of ourselves. So, a part of us hiding in the vast expansiveness of space wants to sabotage our progress. These are the possible ones that can sabotage us. So we need to let them go. In the transformation process, our inner world no longer feels safe or inhabitable as we find that our thoughts and beliefs have morphed beyond recognition. You may find yourself adrift in this way right now, unable to focus or determine the next step. You might be tired and simply need to regroup and rest. Yeah. Nurture yourself a little bit more. Let your inner child come out. So you need to recover a little bit. Now, when you lack direction, the first thing to do is redirect your perspective of time. Like a newborn baby who needs swaddling to feel safe, you are invited to reduce your life vision to the next 24 hours. Okay, live in daytime compartments. Do not worry too much about the future, and don't let the past sort of prevent you from moving forward. Okay, so live in 24 hours. So reduce your attention just within the day. Okay, anyone can handle living in 24-hour compartments, which allows everything to feel grounded and manageable. You get lost in space when you imagine being swallowed up in the giant vastness of the future. with its dark uncertainty, or reflect on how your past has held you captive in a hall of distorted, never-ending mirrors, reminding you of your mistakes and flaws, failures and losses. Take heart that the simple 24-hour container immediately banishes these two awful eternities away. You will find your energy and focus restored as you recognize that you were never lost at all. Keep it simple. Right now, conserve your energy and take care of you in basic fundamental ways, and the world will be right again. So, just take it one step at a time. Don't be daunted by, the task that is ahead of you. Okay. Don't let the past also scare you too much. Close the chapter and then just take one step at a time. Just live by the day. Today has enough worry for ourselves. Close your doors to the past. Close your doors to the future. Just live the present moment and learn. Try to see the miracles that are happening in your life right now. I think that is the spirit of this Knight of Cups and the spirit of the Fool. They just live the present moment, but they are also not afraid to take risks. So take just one step at a time, and sooner or later things will be lighter, and you will be able to slowly handle and let go of these things that you need to work on. Now let's try to end with a sweet dreams message. Acceptance. I overcame my biggest challenges by accepting what is. So accept this past as part of you. Accept these shadows, this devil part, the shadow part of you, as symbolized by the devil card, as part of you. And then entrust it to the divine. Ask the divine to slowly transform you to a better version of you, and at the same time try to learn from the lessons from your past experiences, and just take it one step at a time, and just accept your situation. So acceptance is also a big thing here. Instead of denying that you have had this experience, accept it as part of your life and resolve to begin again, to move forward again. So this is what we have for our Timeless Sunset Tarot. I hope that it has inspired you or given you an answer in your present life situation. I look forward to seeing you again next time. Thank you for the likes and comments that you have given to the channel, and thank you for subscribing. Until that time, may God continue to bless your ways.